What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we're back with another A to Z of Arc for you guys today. And today we're taking a look at everyone's favorite moth, the LYMANTRIA. Now, the LYMANTRIA is found on Scorched Earth, Ragnarok, Extinction, Valgyro, and Crystal Isles. These guys are relatively easy tames to tame. All you essentially need are some bowlers, some tranking items, and a tent. Now, you don't necessarily need the tent. However, I would recommend it as it does help protect the LYMANTRIA from prey. As well as that, if it does get out of the bowler without you knocking it out in time, you will have it safe in the tent. So all you need to do, bowler it, grab yourself a tent, place the tent over the top of the LYMANTRIA. That will ensure that the LYMANTRIA will not be able to escape. All you need to do from here on out is to trank it out. These guys don't have a crazy amount of torpor, so you should be pretty lucky. If you do this without using a bowler, they'll simply spit their spores on you, slowing you down by 90%, and you're pretty much stuck. You won't be able to chase after it or anything like that. So you want to make sure, there it is, there's that spore attack, and you can see there that it is stuck in the tent. It's flying around now. It's not going to go anywhere. It's stuck in this tent, which is why I recommend bringing a tent for yourself, because it keeps the LYMANTRIA safe and it stops it from flying off if it does manage to break out of the bowler. So guys, once you've got this thing knocked out, all you'll need to do to tame it is feed it regular kibble or mijo berries if you don't have access to the kibble. However, kibble is obviously the faster choice. But taming effectiveness, you shouldn't really worry too much about when you're taming one of these guys up. You will probably just want to use mijo berries. You can see there, it is knocked out successfully. We can get into its inventory and it's safe inside the tent. We can close that, and just like that, nothing can damage it. Unless, of course, it breaks through the tent. But majority of the time, creatures will not aggro on the tent, so it'll be okay. Now, guys, over here we have one that is already tamed. The saddle for these guys is learned at level, I believe it's... yeah, there we go. Level 36. You need 95 chitin or keratin, 125 fiber, and 130 hide to make the saddle. And these guys really are very selective in what they can do. So these guys actually have more weight than a pteranodon. They are slower than a pteranodon. And they also utilize a lot more stamina than a pteranodon. So it's up to you whether or not you want to use these guys. They do have their uses. First off, they do have that ability to deploy the spore attack, which, like I said, slows down creatures by 90%, which is, it's pretty crazy. It's quite a lot of speed to lose. So, for example, if you're trying to get away from like a Giga or enemy players or anything like that, you bring yourself a LYMANTRIA along and it'll slow it down. For example, let's look at this Oviraptor. Look at how slow it moves compared to its friend over there. Big difference in terms of movement speed. So, you know, now this has a variety of uses. You can use it for wyvern eggs. Wouldn't really recommend it though, because wyverns will be able to outfly you. You're not faster than wyverns on the LYMANTRIA, and their stamina drain is very intense. But another actual really good use for all these guys is to steal Deinonychus eggs. Now, the reason I say that is because what you can do is you can simply find your nest that have a bunch of Deinonychuses around it, drop your spores on the Deinonychus, land your LYMANTRIA, take the egg, fly off before the Deinonychuses will be even able to catch you. Only downside of this is that you obviously need to have hit all the Deinonychuses with your single spore attack, which actually isn't too hard. We're just trying to find a nest here, and we'll bring you guys back when we find one to show it to you. Alrighty guys, so we've got some Deinonychus nests here, and no Deinonychuses, funnily enough. So this completely bypasses the fact what I wanted to show you guys. But yeah, you get the kind of gist of it. So, you know, you can... I'm just trying to find some dudes to shoot some spores on. Okay, so like you can see here, we've got this guy here. If we drop our spores on him, look how slow he is. We've got 10 seconds. That's how long the spores last for once they hit, to get over here and steal some eggs. So look, we've got a Deinonychus here where there's a bunch of eggs for some reason, not in the nests. But like we've got this guy here. He's obviously going to aggro on us. He's going to try and kill us. Whack him with that goop, jump off, take an egg, jump back on, and look, he's still trying to get back up to us. And just like that, you've got yourself a Deinonychus egg. Now, obviously, you have to be pretty quick and skillful at it. But, you know, it's really easy to do with one of these guys. And these guys are really basic tames to get right at the beginning. The spores do drop from above in, like, little pods. So, you can see that even at a height like this, they will fall to the ground and hit whatever it is that is beneath them. So they're really good for that. Now, another really cool factor about these guys is that they will fit through double door frames. So if you guys are at a base and, you know, you've got a base built with double door frames, these guys will fit through that frame. A lot of flyers do not fit through that frame, so you have that extra benefit, which means that you can use these guys to deliver metal, you can use it to move it around. Obviously, these guys aren't going to have the greatest amount of bloody weight on them, but that doesn't mean that they can't do it. So let's just get a door here real quick, and we'll show you guys this as well. Here we go. So we'll whack that in there. Let's crack that open, and you can see here that we can either walk it up or fly it up. And they do have a really small turning radius, so it makes getting around really easy. So, you know, they do have their niche uses that I would recommend using them for. And these guys are just kind of cute to look at as well. Like, look at this little dude. Another thing that they do is they also produce silk over time. So if you're on a map that doesn't have any silk, tame up a LYMANTRIA and it will eventually start producing silk for you, which you can use to whatever purpose you want. So I reckon the LYMANTRIA is a really great tame to get, but that pretty much covers everything about it. There's not too much more about it that you really need to worry about. But yeah, I would really recommend using these guys for Dainonicuses, especially considering how fast Dainonicuses are, and if you're just starting out on Valgyro. But guys, that's going to wrap up the episode for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe down below for more, but other than that, I'll catch you in the next one.